Dr. Tico. It's a great honor to have you here today. Thank you for accepting this. How are you doing today?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for such an amazing invitation. I'm super happy to be today. And of course, I'm excited to be happy here with you and doing all the podcasts.
Thank you so much. Actually, I am crazy excited because I've been just going through your social media handles, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I've just kept reading and reading and reading what you have done till now, like for half an hour or 1 hour, and they were never ending. So
Oh my
let's start from the start because actually you are just an amazing personality in general. So let's start from your basic childhood.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not posting that much on Instagram and on my
Yeah.
socials. I do hope, right? Yeah, my childhood was amazing. I was born in Georgia, Tbilisi, in a cozy family of my mom, dad, and then we got my brother also.
Yeah,
And now we're all living together in Tbilisi, and of course we're having the animal cat.
that's amazing.
Yeah, so we're living all together here.
That's so cute. So directly we'll jump to your schooling. So you have studied in some most prestigious universities in the world, basically, which I know. So I mean, what do you want to say? Like, what made you pursue the degree or studies in those universities?
I'll say like that I was studying in Georgia in Tbilisi
Yes.
in the normal public school. High school I graduated here. Then
Mm-hmm.
like the medical degree I pursued in Georgia again,
Yes.
but it was in English. And
Oh, yes.
then right now I'm doing my master's degree in UK.
Oh, that's amazing. So, how was this journey basically, like applying to these universities, going somewhere and completing this much? So, was it easy, hard, or what do you say?
I'll say nothing in life is easy, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's
Exactly.
true.
Nothing in life is easy, but yeah, it was nice experience. Let's say I'm always thinking like that. Either something is working,
Yeah.
something might not work, right?
Yes.
So whatever worked, we already see that.
Yes, that's true. Also you're like doing your specialty in gynecology right now.
Yeah, I'm doing my residency in gynecology.
So like, what is about that interested you so much? Like, how did you decide to do this?
Um, During my med school, I didn't knew what I wanted,
Yes.
and I did my cardiothoracic and surgery
Mm-hmm.
in Helsinki University. It was
Oh,
back in 2019, 2021, this year.
right.
It was COVID time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I understood that this is not something I want in life because there were a lot of like elder patients. I have
Yes.
nothing with the elder patients, of course,
Yes.
but like I want much more excited job where you see like a lot of different cases
Mm-hmm.
and you are having not just surgery,
Yes.
but you are having the internal medicine, you are having
Mm-hmm.
family medicine, family planning, and of course the surgery.
Yeah.
And I was like, why not to try gynecology?
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed that. I really
That's
enjoyed
amazing.
like contact with like the couples, with the
Yes.
babies. It
Yeah.
also like it's not pediatrics. It not include pediatrics, but still like you
You
see like
deal
the
with all those things.
newborn and
Yeah.
everything. So why not to get involved into the obstetrics and gynecology? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So next would be, now we have talked about basically about what you studied or something like that. So now you also teach.
Oh
So,
yeah.
why did you, is teaching your hobby or something you like it, or why did you come to teaching?
Um, I'll be honest. Like in med school, I was helping my one of my best friends
Uh-huh.
in teaching.
Okay.
I'm not teaching, but like uh, he failed several subjects, so I
Yeah.
was like helping
Helping
him.
him out. Yeah.
Yeah. So after that, I was like, I can explain stuff. Why not
Understand.
to try that? And I get involved. I get involved, and then I realized that I love students.
Yeah, that's
I love
amazing.
torturing them, let's say it like that. I love torturing them in a good sense,
Yeah.
meaning that, and I do think that, like, medicine is always ongoing process.
Yes.
So once you're teaching someone, you are getting a feedback, let's say,
Yeah.
and it's not just like positive or negative feedback. It
Mm-hmm.
means informational feedback because students are always diving into something new and they are
Yeah.
teaching me back.
Yes.
So I was like, yeah, I love that. And until I enjoy it, why not too?
That's good. But one more, just a curious doubt. Like you have seen these many students now, and you are teaching like many subjects, as I know. Clinical
Yeah.
skills, physical diagnosis, anatomy, physiology,
Gynecology, yeah.
and many subjects like that. So, in this your experience, so you saw these many children, right? So, do you still think that you
Children.
love children or
Children.
kids? Like,
Sorry?
do you still think that you love them? Like, after seeing these many students as such?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of different nationality students. I've seen a lot of diversity of the students, like
Yes.
nation-wise, religion-wise, culture-wise, let's say. And I'll tell you like that they all taught me something new.
Yes.
And they took a huge part forming me as a person also.
Yeah.
And all of them, they are having like different character, different styles of studying and also teaching.
And also dealing with you, like,
Exactly. And they are having like, they are in their different years and mental years, let's say like that. Because I had one group in another university where I had the students aged like, from 55 till 60.
55 to 60?
Yeah, and they were like, and at the same time in the group there were students aged 20, 21, and 19.
Yeah.
So this was a huge diversity and flip within the years. And myself, I'm in my mid-20s, so I was like, okay. I did not expect
you are a teacher to someone else who is way older than you.
Yeah, that was like, and in most of the groups, I'm having students who are having much more degrees than I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who are normally elder students. They are having like, the 2-3 PhDs in business, and they are now shifting back to medicine, and that's mostly enjoyable, let's say. Why? Because like, you see a lot of diversity of the ideas there, and I do think that like, that whatever the information like 19-year-old is receiving, the like an elder student is receiving it way differently. That's like amazing opportunity for me.
And you get to learn actually many things from them also in a different degree or different state of mind.
Exactly. And they are having way different like, ideas.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so you have worked and lived and traveled to many countries basically. So, what are the cultural shocks or differences you observe generally there, and like, oh my God, what is this, like that, those kind of things?
Okay, that's a hard question for me, because normally in every country where I'm living or like staying, I'm always like, implementing some Georgian style there myself.
That's amazing.
But the cultural shock was like it's not the cultural shock, it is just like, my thing. Metro stations.
Yes.
I was lost a lot of times in metro in London. Yeah, that's not my cup of tea, let's say. And bubble tea. I've tried bubble tea in Taiwan, and I'm realizing that this is not my cup of tea, let's say.
That's perfect.
Otherwise, no. Like, I'm
it's fine.
trying to be like, how I'm living in Georgia, and whatever I'm used to, I'm like,
you just have your style of living.
I'm trying to fit within my timetable, fit within my timeline, and trying not to switch or modify myself according to the time zones.
That's amazing. So just curious, you said you were in Taiwan.
Yeah.
So just for the people to know, like, how many countries have you been there, or where did you travel?
I haven't counted that, but I've been more than 10, 12 countries.
That's amazing. So, you travel so much, obviously, because you have been in 12 countries or so. So you want to tell any experiences, while traveling with the airplane, with the airports, or that is a constant thing you might have been facing now? So
there is nothing much like, travel experience, but I need to have a book for sure. And right now I'm reading like, the virus attacking the people. This is like the new Oxford production book. I need definitely to have a book. I need to have a headphones, and that's it.
And you have had any, unique emergency experiences or any experiences in an airplane or like that?
Yeah, I had one emergency experience.
Right.
Actually, I was coming from one of the conferences. Actually, it was the European Endocrine Association conference annual meeting.
All right.
And there was an emergency experience, not emergency situation in the airplane, and the pilot is saying that like, we need to make an emergency seat if there is a doctor in the airplane. And my mom was like, the doctor, because I was like, my go-on thing is like, somewhere next to the window with the hoodie turned on, and I'm sleeping or reading the book. And my mom was like, I was traveling with my mom, she's the doctor. And I was like, yes, mom. She was waiting for that moment, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, all our parents also will be waiting for that moment, maybe.
yeah, that's the common thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, just went to that lady. She was like, after surgery, because she did some kind of surgery on her hip in, let's say, we were coming from Istanbul, transit
Yeah.
flight. So, yeah, basic situation was there. She was panicking. She had high tachycardia, like,
Oh.
hypertension.
Mm-hmm.
I'm traveling, do not ask why, but was with the, the all the equipment, let's say.
Oh,
So
that's
we measured, like, blood pressure. We made her calm. Everything went normal. We came
yeah.
back.
But actually, these kind of things will make you feel happy also, maybe because like you're doing a profession, you could help someone practically. So
I'll be honest, this is like, that's why I'm teaching the clinical skills,
yeah,
and this is the experience that, like, I'm telling to my students,
yeah, yeah.
that's like,
That's yeah.
that's literally the idea of teaching the physical diagnosis and
Mm-hmm.
caps, and there is no chat GPT, there is no
Yeah.
internet that you can Google. So that's why you need to study.
Yeah, yeah. We all should keep that in mind, actually. Yeah. So yes, and again, I just saw that you are you founded a blog, something like that. It's called She Woman Blog. What is it all about? Can you tell us more?
Right now, there is going on a huge misconception regarding the female health. So that's why I've decided that why not to create a platform
Mm-hmm.
where the medical research will be translated into a lay language that the
Mm-hmm.
non-professionals, such as patients, will get the medical-based, research-based information.
Uh-huh.
So exactly the She Woman's blog, it's a new beginning
Mm-hmm.
to this all. And I hope that
It's
one day it will
amazing.
have, like, already, it will become more and more popular.
Yeah, that's actually a very important now also because like if I read something on most of the people scroll through Instagram or something like that for information too, or the social media pages, anything as such. But people don't know what to believe or what not to, because
Exactly,
I can
exactly.
write something, you can write something without knowing. I can just write a random thing. So this, I guess, it's gonna be very important for the at least for the normal people who are not into the medical professional.
Exactly. There are a lot of misconceptions going on
Yes.
regarding the female health, not regarding the gynecology or
Yes.
obstetric wise, but for example, like, daily, like, for example, how pineapple is having ability
Yeah.
to change your pH, right? For
Yes.
example, and this kind of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the idea of the blog, to
Mm-hmm.
provide the research based information to the people, and
Yes.
exactly the younger generation, that they will know the health condition things.
Yeah, and also, do you think, like back in India, for example, that you took the topic of this women's health. So, there are many superstitions or cultural rules in India, back in India, which makes their life even more bit difficult, what I feel. So, what do you think on this? Here also, people have some superstitions from a young age, about female child or a woman's health in general.
Oh, there are a lot. There are
Yeah.
a lot. I love to say that as working in the hospital, I have seen a lot, I have heard a
Yes.
lot. And there are a lot of superstitions going on.
Uh-huh.
And majority of them, it is coming from generation to generation,
Yes.
grandparents, then mothers. But exactly this, what we are reading with
Yeah.
the She Woman's blog, any kind of superstitions that are
Yes.
currently not in just in Georgia, but worldwide.
That's actually very useful, and also that's
Yeah.
what people need now, maybe I can say.
Yeah.
So hope it goes on a big scale. And next, also talking about your experience in the leadership, leader as a leader or a good member in any subject. So like I saw that you are the CEO of International Medical Students Union. So what's this about?
Yeah, we create, like, I was always involved in the student association,
Mm-hmm.
and as I've already graduated a long time ago, and now I'm doing my master's. We I was feeling that, like, students are having, there are a lot of, like, the committees, there are a lot
Yes.
of let's say associations for
Yes.
students, but they are either the university based, or they are either, like, Georgian based, they
Yes.
are not international. So I've created that International Medical Student Union, which
Mm-hmm.
is the UK based
All right.
association, let's say, that provides students, like, opportunities
Mm-hmm.
that Georgian universities will connect to international
Oh,
universities, and students will meet each other on more global scale.
it's actually like more like a networking opportunities, and
Yeah.
also any opportunity that basic connection between different
Yeah,
countries.
exactly.
It's actually so much. We are in a great need of that actually here, because hopefully that helps us too, like people who are watching, you can
Of
just
course. And from the 2025 January, we will have already we will start actively. Like here somewhere will be linked of
yes,
our
yes.
Instagram, and there is an email.
Mm-hmm.
So we will start already. Let's say taking the new students because
Mm-hmm.
we're having several committees,
Yes,
and we will be contacting already the members in different universities, so that everyone has an opportunity to become the board member and get
that's amazing.
involved.
Yeah, that's amazing. So we'll be just giving you out the page Instagram link or something, so make sure you follow and stay updated. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
that's an amazing opportunity for students as well, because new experiences dealing with different people, different work. So that's amazing of you. And then again, coming to more professionally, you're a board member of Georgian Association of Endocrinology and Metabolism. So
Yeah.
how did you get into that actually, like?
Actually, Dr. Kutchukhidze is the
Hmm.
president, and she
Okay.
was one of my professors
Oh, that's
back
amazing.
in med school years.
Uh-huh.
And just like randomly, she asked me that do you want to join that,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get along
All right.
working wise. So after that, I've stayed as a member already there.
Yeah.
So we are doing it's more not the student space; it is for the
Uh-huh.
professionals and for the
Yes.
doctors already. And we're doing the conferences, and we are connecting already doctors within the
Mm-hmm.
international endocrinology. So and we are having a huge network there.
That's actually amazing. And actually after that, I just started reading, and I found out that you're working in terms of endocrinology in more two or three more organizations associations, like Endocrinology Society, Endocrine Society, which is based on the US,
Yeah,
and you also ESC, which is based on UK, and then again
Europe. Yeah,
Europe, I mean generally,
yeah.
and then also EndoBridge. So like
Yeah.
after joining here, you went there, or how did you get the opportunities to be there, or as such?
Within the Endocrine Society, we've started working together a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I was just like member. I was taking part in their conferences as
Mm-hmm.
an just like member. And later on, I became the member of their abstract and grant review team. And
Okay.
right now, I'm working with them as an abstract and grant reviewer in the Endocrine Society. With the European Endocrine Society, I'm just member there.
Yeah.
I'm not involved in
Yes.
more organizational
Yeah.
stuff, let's say, but I'm always attending their conferences annual
Mm-hmm.
wise.
Yeah.
Same with the Endobridge also.
That's perfect. So okay, you work in these many places. You teach, you study, in these many times. So, is it not very busy for you every day? How do you manage everything, like these many hectic tasks, like in everyday life or something like that?
Do I manage? That's the question of the year, I'll be honest. Like, hey, I'm trying to cope with, let's say, I'm trying to cope with everything. And yet, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's what it is at the end of the day. So, how does your typical day look like in general?
Oh, I get up at 6 a.m.
Okay.
Then I'm doing yoga in the mornings. After that, have a breakfast. My
Mm-hmm.
go on breakfast, it is like toast with avocado.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm starting my day already with a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all happening in the parallel world,
Yeah.
let's say like that. Basically, I get up just like 30 or 1 hour before my
Yeah.
work, and then rushing into the day with a cup of coffee, and I'm drinking like around like 5 cups of coffee in every
Okay.
day and surviving somehow. Sometimes forgetting to have lunch or breakfast or
Mhm.
dinner. Depends on the casual day how it is
Yeah,
there.
that's fine. So basically, you're most of the time you're busy, basically. So
Yeah,
coffee is a
definitely.
must, I can
Yeah,
say.
definitely not that fancy lifestyle. Whatever you see
Yeah,
on the Instagram or
yeah, that's true.
bloggers. That's not my style at all. No.
So okay, so out of all these busy days or busy schedules, if you get any free time, let's say, what do you would love to do? Like, what do you do in your free time if there is any, basically?
Sleep. I like the one and only thing that I am doing. This is sleeping, and I do prefer to sleep rather than do something else because at the end of the day, it matters. Or having fun with friends.
Yeah, it actually makes sense because frankly speaking, we all here, most of us, when we came, now I'm in fourth year of my med school, but before when we came, we were excited, we should go there, we should do this stuff, we should go there. After 2, 3 years, now I realize that, I'll just sleep. That would be basically best thing to do.
Yeah, my hobby is sleeping, let's say.
Yeah.
No, apart from that, of course, whenever there is like
Yeah.
holidays, I'm trying to get into social activities,
Yeah.
mostly like either the skiing or in summer somewhere
Ah,
like beach, and like relaxing mostly, rather because I need the energy for
yes.
the upcoming semester, upcoming
And your
year.
mind needs to be always like
Ex-
afresh or something.
exactly. So
Nice.
that's why.
So just like just asking you, love skiing, these all things also. So if you weren't a doctor, let's say, or if you weren't in this course, so did you any ever thought like I would do this if I was not this, like, or you were ambitious to become a doctor from childhood itself?
Uh, like since childhood, I always wanted to be a doctor. I can't
Mm-hmm.
say that like like being a doctor for me, it's not like the job. Let's say
Yeah.
it's my lifestyle already, and it's my
Yeah.
hobby. And I'm always saying that if not doctor, I would be a doctor. I am,
Okay.
because like since the early years, I am into medicine,
Yes.
and this is one and only thing that I love to do, and I'm
Uh-huh.
doing it. I hope that with all my heart and all my love, let's say. But if not a doctor, I would become lawyer.
Okay. Okay. That's
That's super
interesting.
strange, yeah.
Because it's completely a different profession altogether.
Yeah, but I
But
love like also that part of me,
yep.
let's say. But I never thought about that. Uh,
Makes sense.
I
Like,
love also design,
oh,
so
that's
because I'm
interesting.
painting myself, so maybe designing stuff,
Uh-huh.
interior designer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or I also sing opera, so maybe I will dive into the opera
So they're very
singing. Yeah,
diverse, but interesting fields
yeah,
to go in.
but I was doing like opera singing since early years, since five.
Oh, okay.
So I'm having like full musical degree there.
Oh,
Yeah, so I would like continue my life there, but
that
I
means.
choose medicine back again
But
because like
anyways, you're loving this, so
yeah,
you'll
I
keep
love
doing
like
this anyway.
I really love that people does not know, and when we're in a medical
Yeah.
society, I can just randomly stay and start playing their own piano and sing, and they
Okay.
are like, okay, wow, that's
Yeah.
never happened. So
So, like, seeing all this, what is your best memory which you can tell us, like, in any university you study, in your university life? What is the best memory, like, anywhere, here, abroad, or anywhere?
uh, best memory. That's a bit hard question.
I mean, obviously, there would be many, many for you because in this whole life, but in general, which is, anything which you can't forget, something like that.
Like best memory that I can remember, it was like back in my home country.
Huh?
My first surgery.
Oh,
Yeah, I can say that like that was the first moment that I realized that I'm enjoying that, and
yeah.
whatever I studied 3 years, I can
Mm-hmm.
use that, and it was with one of the really famous doctors
Oh, that's
uh,
amazing.
in one of the hospitals, children's hospital here. It
So,
was
where did you do this? Here only,
yeah here
or
in
during your medicine?
yeah. It
Okay,
was back my third year.
third year.
Third
Okay.
year, first semester, we had general surgery. Me and my
Mm-hmm.
best friend were on the surgery department,
Okay.
and there was like basic surgery, herniation of a
Yeah.
child, and just needed to put a meshwork there. And the doctor asked like, who wants to be the assistant,
Assistant.
and I was already washing my hands.
Oh, perfect.
That was like the best memory that I had, that I realized that this is what I'm doing, and
Yes.
for what I'm doing that.
So actually, you just told it just herniation, but for most of us, it's still a dream, to go and assist here because it's very difficult now to, they get the
Yeah,
opportunities right now. But that's amazing. Like you did it.
it was super unexpected. We were just like there observing the surgery, nothing more.
Yeah.
And then it was out of blue, like this, who wants
Yeah.
to do the surgery? So
And
I was
you just
like,
grab the
of course
opportunity
me.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course me.
That's amazing. And also, I've known that you did 6 to 8 publications already in the field of research.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing on my free time,
Okay.
sleeping and typing the research.
So I just want to know about more about that. Like, do you feel it lengthy, tedious, or it's fun for you? Like about research in general.
I'll be honest, like everything should have its own mood, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not on a mood of writing a research or writing a paper, then it would not have that kind of vibes, okay?
Yes, that's
So I do not know, like that publications, they came out of blue, let's say.
okay.
We had an idea, we had like, similar minds that are
Mm-hmm.
thinking same. So we were like, why not? There will be a
Yeah.
new research which is under like construction. Let's say it is accepted already for the Lancet.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
So within the few weeks it will be published also.
Oh,
So
congratulations on
thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is something that comes out of. Well, currently, I'm working on two research papers.
Mm-hmm.
One of them it is diabetes and really strange form of the diabetes,
Okay.
and also the Zika virus
Oh.
within the pregnant females.
So again, I
Two
don't want
different
to.
topics, two different topics, two different ideas, but like that's what I'm doing in my free
But
time.
actually, it's like I just got I'm just amused. That's it because there's two very important and different topics also.
Yeah,
Important
yeah,
as
yeah.
such, very interesting also. And working on again, I just want to ask you once more that how do you manage to do all this? Like these two topics in itself, working only is a huge work. And then you're teaching, and then you're studying, and then you're learning, and then how can you do all this basically?
Amazing. Let's say like I'm always working with my planner.
Okay.
And I know every moment what I'm doing there. So if I planned my day, everything would work.
So you have a clarity on what you're doing basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm having like my plan every day. What I'm like when I'm getting up, I exactly precisely know what I'm planning to do. I'm
Yeah.
not like OCD, let's say like
Yeah.
that, but like I need to do
A
my
clarity of
timeline.
mind
Yeah,
basically.
timeline of my
But
day.
still, like, do you have a plan or anything? The things you're doing is like amusing, frankly speaking, and most of us wouldn't even maybe able to do those many things and manage at the same time basically.
Yeah, again, time planning,
That's
time
amazing.
arrangement.
So the next segment would be would you rather.
Okay,
So here basically I give you a situation and you would be rather doing this or that. So let's
perfect.
start this also. Would you rather work a 36-hour shift or take an exam at university tomorrow?
Work where? Sorry.
A 36-hour shift in a hospital.
Oh, take the exam,
Okay.
definitely.
Would you rather give up coffee for a year or write 5 to 6 research papers in a month?
Write 5 or 6 research papers. Remember with the publications.
Perfect. And would you rather always wear scrubs for surgeries or always go to conferences or do that stuff in a formal wear?
Formal wear.
Okay. And next is the hypotheticals. So, these
Okay.
are hypothetical situations. You can answer these questions.
Okay.
All right. So, if you could go back and give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Do not taste coffee.
You are addicted so much.
I love coffee so much.
That's
So do
perfect.
not taste coffee and do not eat much chocolates.
Hmm.
And also, like study hard,
Yeah.
but wisely.
Yeah.
And one day, like once you were nervous regarding the stuff, it will come up in your life. So do not be
Yeah.
nervous.
That's true. I mean, yeah, once you go through it, only you'll
Yeah.
get out of it. Yeah. So if you could go back, sorry, if you were stranded on an island, but you could take only three medical tools with you. So what would they be?
First of all, it would be a surgical kit.
Okay.
Why? Because there can be animals.
Yes.
It can be also like yes, surgical kits. It will be various first aid kit, let's say, because
Uh-huh.
there can be like adrenaline and other medications for just in case
Yes.
anaphylactic shock, and also dexamethasone.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Just insect bites, and
Yes.
food allergies.
That's amazing. And one last thing, this actually a bit more broader sense, but just your ideas if you have, because you work in so many social things and you do these many things. It's like if you could change one thing about medical education globally, what would that be as a common factor? What do you think? If you think something is lacking, like constantly.
More hands-on practice,
Mm-hmm.
not just like from the official from the third year, but also for the first years. And I guess like make like students
Mm-hmm.
as involved more into the hospital work. And right now, NHS needs like more
Mm-hmm.
people, right?
Yeah.
Georgia needs more people, so students are really good task force if
Mm-hmm.
they are, of course, not like precisely within the
Yep.
patient, but within the hospital. So
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, people will be more ready
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
yeah,
future,
and
maybe.
hands-on experience. Mannequins, it's really good, but also hospital work.
That's amazing. Yes. All right. So as this is done, so now we'll move on to some advice section
Okay.
where So what advice would you be giving to students who wants to pursue specialization in gynecology or in any field of medicine or teaching? Like
I'll be honest. First of all, love towards what you're doing. If you really
mm,
love your field, in that case, you will do it real well.
that's true.
For example, choose your specialty according where your heart is, because you will be spending your time in the hospital and most of your days within the hospital
Yes.
and doing the same stuff. So that's why it is important that you need to love what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but do you think, given this steady pattern or something, would students be able to choose properly what they allow, or is it possible, to change midway? Because, for example, now we don't know what an experience is in cardiology or gynecology or pediatrics. Like, we have a basic idea, but we never go and work practically anywhere. So is it, it's just a
Yeah.
random question, but is it okay for people to change midway? Because people feel demotivated that, oh, I'm not loving it, but I still want to do it, like because of some parents' pressure or something. So do you think it's okay to
Uh,
change?
Actually, like once you will be in your clinical years, you are having ability to see all the departments in the hospital,
Yes.
and based on that, you can ask also doctors and do
Hmm.
night shifts there, right?
Yeah.
So based on that, you will already understand if it is for you or if it is not for you. Afterwards, you can take a gap year after the med school
Hmm.
and of your MD
Yes.
degree, and then realize what you're doing in your residency.
Hmm.
And once your exams are passed and you're already in the residence, there is a little bit harder to shift.
Shift. Yes.
But like exactly these 3 years, what you're having in med school, it is the time where you need to think what you want in life.
Properly. Yes. This is the best time maybe. And looking back on your career as till now, so is there anything you would do differently if given a chance or opportunity?
I'll be honest, nothing.
That's what. Yeah.
Because despite that it was not easy pathway
Hmm.
and there was a lot of like issues, there was a lot of motivations, ups and downs. I take it as an experience, and
Hmm.
this experience is formated me as a person, as a character, and who I am right now
Yes.
in my medical degree or me as a person.
Hmm.
So that's why I am accepting what was in the past, and I enjoy that really much. So if not that experiences, me as a Tika would not be here.
Yeah, you would
So
not. You would have been something else. But yeah.
exactly. So I'm super thankful what was in the past,
Hmm.
and I'm living the past how it is,
That's good.
and I'm with new motivation going to the 2025.
That's amazing, actually. So one more last thing I want to ask, maybe like you do these many different kinds of things, like writing research papers, teaching, studying, or doing these many things, like as a working as a doctor.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What is your reward, or what do you think is the most rewarding about your work in general? Like, what keeps you going? Like,
Reward and motivation, it's two different things,
yeah,
first
I
of
mean,
all.
yes.
Uh, and I do not think that there should be a reward, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm doing it for myself and I'm doing what I'm enjoying. And
Yes.
this is like the biggest motivation that I'm having and the biggest reward I'm having. And seeing the students who pass the exams with the flying colors, right? This is exactly, we can say, a huge reward up there. Sharing the information and transmitting the information, this is
Mm-hmm.
like my hugest reward. Seeing how mother is having a healthy child, right? That's the best reward that you can see and see in life, you know.
Yes.
So I do not think that like reward for me it is that I am living right now. I'm like healthy. I'm seeing my friends, my
Yes.
family who is healthy there, and I'm doing what I love.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, you're loving what you do, so you don't feel it like a work, basically.
Yeah, that's like every day, and I'm like waking up and I love what I'm doing. So it's not like that I'm doing it for something or like I need to do that. It's not like that. This is my life, and I
Mhm.
enjoy that.
That's amazing. Yes. All right. So you left your home around a young age itself to
Yeah.
study. So how did you cope up there with the situations, new things, or
First time I went abroad for studying, it was in Antwerp,
Mhm.
Antwerp University, and I went there with Georgian friends of mine,
Okay.
and actually there I made really good friends,
Uh-huh.
and I'm still friends, and some of them are my best friends. For example, Anya from Poland. I'm still friends with them. So
That's
we
good.
created like the family environment there, and they were helping me to cope with. Later
Uh-huh.
on, like every country, I was traveling and I was living there. Again, I was trying to make the friends, and normally they were friends from different countries who are
Mm-hmm.
in the same condition as I am.
Yes.
But within the UK, my two best friends, Adarsh
Mm-hmm.
and Priti, they are living in UK. Also,
Uh-huh.
Sophia is living there.
Yeah.
So I'm having tight contact already with them. So they are helping me with everything, and I know to whom I need to call when I'm having some kind of trouble or issue.
Yeah. So, there's a general question, but do you think people should, travel or go out of their comfort zone? Because in home, you always have parents to do things for you or anything as such. So, do you think it's important or is
Of
it good or bad, like according to you?
once you are already adult, you need to understand what you are having a build because all the responsibility in your family, it
Yeah.
is on your parents, right?
Yes.
They are cooking, cleaning, and doing
Everything. Yeah.
everything there. But once you are traveling, you understand that you are a adult and you are a responsible person
Uh-huh.
for yourself,
Yes.
right? And all your decisions, it is your
On
own
you.
on
Yeah.
you and on you. They are your decisions. So that's why you are. This is like minor steps
Yeah.
for formation of a human being as a person and character.
Yeah. So, friends are actually very important,
Friends
basically.
are really
Yeah.
important. Of course, I'm not forgetting my Georgian friends who are
Yeah.
staying in Georgia and they are super supportive here. They are also doing
Mm-hmm.
the medical degree
Oh,
here.
all right.
But still, like, the friends are the major thing in life that helps you to cope with the medical hard pathway. Even though if
Yes.
they are in medicine, that's like biggest
Mm.
privilege in life.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. So, it's actually very nice talking to you. It was amazing. But before we wrap up, I just had one last question.
Okay.
For all the students who are living far from home and coming to study such hard degrees and everything, so any advice for them to end this up, whoever are far from home for the students?
It's really hard question because yeah, it's really hard question. I'll say like that. Do not be nostalgic
Mm-hmm.
and take it as a new opportunity and new experience up there because I even said like to one of my students on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
uh, when in life you will be 20, 21, 22, living
Mm-hmm.
in Georgia doing your own career here and then traveling the world, always realize that you will never be in your 20s
Yes.
anymore, and whatever you are doing now, it is your past and it is like new experience
That's
because
true.
once you will be in your 30s, you will want to roll back and be in your 20s. Once you will be in your 50s, you will be nostalgic into this year. So always realize that you are 20, 21, you're doing your medical degree, and you are having this opportunity to do that because in the world there are a lot of people who do not
Yes,
have that opportunity.
that's true. Yes. So actually, it's been a really great honor to have you here and a great pleasure talking to you. There are many more things which could have discussed, but as we can't cover everything in a single short episode, and the things you have done so many. So yeah, it's thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you for invitation. It was great honor for me today
Yeah,
to be with you. And Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry
New Year,
Christmas.
guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
Thank you.